Dear students, in the previous session we studied about autotrophic nutrition. Also we discussed about the steps of photosynthesis. To study briefly the steps of photosynthesis, we need to study about the structure of leaf, structure of stomata and structure of chloroplast. So first we start with structure of leaf. Here we discuss today the cross section of leaf, how the process of photosynthesis is carried out by leaf. Here you come to know about it. So in the cross section of leaf, upper and lower epidermal cells are there. In between epidermal cell, you find out bean shaped or bean like structure which represent the opening of stomatal pore. So these are the epidermal cell, upper epidermis as well as lower epidermis. Epidermis, upper and lower, both epidermal cells are covered with thin layer, that is the cuticle. What is the role of this cuticle? Cuticle is very thin and little bit sticky in nature. The role of cuticle is to prevent excess loss of water from the epidermal cell. This is upper epidermis. This is lower epidermis. This is cuticle. As I told, role of cuticle is to prevent loss of water and role of epidermal cell is to protect the inner cell of the leaf. This inner structure or inner area is made up of elongated palisade cell. Here these cells are called as mesophyll cell. Two type of mesophyll cells are there. Palisade, this is the elongated one, are called as palisade, and rounded spongy one, they are called as a spongy palisade, spongy mesophyll cell. In these cells, these are the mesophyll cell. This is the mesophyll region, and here in mesophyll also these are elongated one are palisade and rounded one are called as spongy. Inside mesophyll cell you find out chloroplast. Organelle, chloroplast is present inside mesophyll cell. This mesophyll region is of parenchymatous cell. Last year you studied parenchyma cell. They are green in color. Why they are green in color? Because of presence of plastid, that is the chloroplast. In this way, in all the cells it is present. In the same way, this chloroplast is present in spongy cells also. Now here you find out somewhere gap in between these cells, especially in the region of spongy cell. You find out gap. This region is nothing but they are the air space. Even we call air chamber. Now we will see one by one what is the role of each chamber, each space. In this way, all the cell is having filled with chloroplast. Now here, this is the air chamber, or you can call it air space. As we said, chloroplast is the major site for the process of photosynthesis. So mesophyll cell, or you can say this chloroplast, this is the site of photosynthesis. Some plant shows both type of cell, palisade as well as spongy, whereas some of the plant they show either palisade cells or either spongy cell. That depend on different plants. Now, the role of mesophyll, we come to know that they are useful for the process of photosynthesis and provide site for photosynthesis. What is the role of these air spaces? Air spaces are used to hold or to collect the gases which release and absorb by plant during the process of photosynthesis. For example, now here this bean shaped structure, this is called as the guard cell. These are the guard cells. And in between guard cell, you find out here the central region, this region. This is called as the stomatal pore. This region is called as the stomatal pore. Now, through this region, stomatal pore only, gases come in. For example, CO2 is the basic raw material for the process of photosynthesis. So, CO2 comes in through this stomatal pore. Similarly, as a byproduct of photosynthesis process release oxygen, molecular oxygen. So, that molecular oxygen comes out from this stomatal pore. Whatever CO2 enters in and O2 released by plant, for some time it remain in air space. Why it remain in air space? Because the stomatal pore is not supposed to be open throughout the time. Stomatal pore may be closed in between. Stomata cannot remain open always. Why stomata cannot remain open always? To prevent loss of water. If stomata remain open throughout the time, then excess amount of water will evaporate. So here what is the role of this stomata? It means stomata help for evaporation of water. That is, the process is called as transpiration. Loss of excess amount of water from plant, that process is called as transpiration, which is carried out through stomata. As well as second function is exchange of gases, that is O2 and CO2. That is also performed by stomata. So here the basic thing, how CO2, our purpose is to study cross section of leaf, to study the process of photosynthesis. For process of photosynthesis, the basic raw material, as we said, one of the basic raw material is CO2. So how CO2 comes or enters in the plant? Through stomatal pore. Second thing, requirement is water. So how water enters in the plant? Through roots. Plant absorb water through roots, not through stomata ever. From roots, plant absorb water, and this water moves with the help of vascular bundle, that is basic tissue is the xylem, and through xylem this water moves up and reach up to the surface of leaf. So CO2 enters through stomata and water enters in plant through roots. So these two basic raw material or requirement is fulfilled in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Now where chlorophyll is there? Chlorophyll is present in the organelle chloroplast. So now to study how the process takes place in the chloroplast, we will study the structure of chloroplast. Before studying the structure of chloroplast, let's look the structure of stomata. These are the two guard cell, bean shaped structure called as guard cell. This is guard cell. Inside guard cell, vacuoles are there. These are the two vacuoles. Apart from vacuole, we find out here chloroplast. This is the chloroplast. As these are the cell, here one nucleus is present in each cell. This is the nucleus. This is chloroplast. Here it is nucleus. This is the vacuole, and these region, these opening, this is called as the stomatal pore. And the whole organization is called as stomata. Actually, it is called as stomatal apertures. Now, how this stomata, or what is the whole organization is called as stomatal apertures. Now here, stomata, what is the mechanism? How stomata works? How stomata open, get closed? Because stomata never remain open throughout the time. It get closed, sometime it remain open, sometime it remain closed. So how it happens? Because of accumulation of water. As soon as water enters in the cell by the process of diffusion. You know, we discuss about diffusion also. What is diffusion? Diffusion means movement of material from high concentration to low concentration. So when water enters in, water diffuse inside the cell. By the time cell get swollen up, they are getting turgid. As soon as cell get turgid, now what will happen? This layer is little bit thick in nature. This is thick layer. This side also it is thick in nature, and these guard cell, both the layers are attached with each other with the help of myofibrils. Here fibrils are there which are elastic in nature. And as soon as water accumulated in the cell, this wall try to stretch this wall and wall become open. So what is the function? Simple thing. We have to see like this. If suppose these are the guard cells. So as soon as water accumulated, pores get open. Cell get swollen up and wall change the shape. As soon as water oozes out, removed or evaporate from the pore, now cells are having no water. Cells become empty. Now again they are getting shrink and pore get closed. This is the simple mechanism how stomata get open and get closed. Because of accumulation of water, stomata get open, and as soon as water evaporates, suppose this water get evaporate, now pore get closed. So afterwards when stomata get closed, we find out structure is appearing like this, somewhat like this, and stomatal pore get closed. This is the mechanism of stomata, and through this mechanism stomata help for evaporation of water, that is called as transpiration, as well as stomata help for exchange of gases during the opening. Now where does stomata lie? As in the TS section of cross section of leaf, we have seen stomatas are present in epidermal layer. So surrounding stomata there are epidermal cell. Epidermal cell are having no chloroplast. Chloroplast is not present in this epidermal cell. They are also called as subsidiary cell. So this is the structure of open stomata and this is the structure of closed stomata. In the next class, we will discuss about the structure of chloroplast, as well as we discuss about the process of photosynthesis, how it carried out in chloroplast.